Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Artistic Hobbies. Today we're going to do a full review on Eaglemoss's Battlestar Galactica Cylon Radar. So let's get started, guys. Okay guys, let's start off with the size of this model. So as far as the length is concerned, it's about 10 inches, 10 3/4 inches, let's call it. The width is about 6 3/4. Let me get this off the stand. And roughly the height is roughly might be about 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit over that. As you can see, it's a pretty good sized model compared to my hand. And compared to the heavy Raptor, you can see the size comparison. Whether these two models are to scale in the series itself, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're pretty close. Now let's go ahead and look at the weight of this model. So first we're going to do it without the stand. So it's 11.5 ounces. Then with the stand is exactly 14 ounces. Then the stand itself is 2.6 ounces, or let's say 2.5 ounces. Okay, let's next go over the quality of this model. So first off, we'll go over how it's actually put together, and if we find anything that's loose, these are on really good. Definitely don't see anything loose on this model, but I will say this has definitely some good weight to it, especially on the bottom. I think this whole area up here and down here is all made out of metal. So the only, as far as a seam is concerned that's visible, let me see if I can get it for you guys, is this one right along here. And I go straight back here, and it ends up back in this area. Other than that, you don't see any other seams on this model. You do see a seam on the back side here, but it's held together pretty well. As far as the bottom, there's a major seam right here and on this side. Seams over here. Other than that, when it comes to the sides here, you don't really see anything. There's a tiny seam right here, but it's I'm nitpicking at this point. I don't really, there's a little seam right here. But if you're holding the model up like here, like it was on the stand, you're not going to really notice these seams. So not too bad, Eaglemoss, for doing a good job for hiding seams and for fit and finish. So let's go over the paint quality, details, and some of the decals that we might find on this model. So let me get it back on the stand. Now, as far as decals are concerned, there's only one decal, which is right here. Other than that, there's no other decals on this model, including the bottom side. Now, as far as the paint is concerned, I think the paint is awesome on this model. They did an excellent job on it, on this camouflage, dirty look on it. The weathering on here is very nice. Just like the previous review I did on Battlestar Galactica Heavy Raptor, I praised the paint detail on it, and this one is no different. Very nice detail. As far as would I add any extra paint to this, or since I'm a pretty good painter, the answer is probably no. I think they did an excellent job. The details are minimal on this model. There's some details. Let's see if I can get up really close to it without blurring. There we go. Got a little detail there. Some little details right here. We got the back engines. As far as the underbelly of this, paint job is really nice. Very simple. Little detail right here. Little details right here. Even though the details are very minimum on this model, what makes this thing really stand out is the paint job on it. The paint job is very nice on this model. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you think about this particular model. I don't know, I think Eaglemoss did a real nice job on this one. Okay, now let's go over the stand itself. Now the stand does come in two pieces. It has some weight to it. What's nice about their stands is they have felt on the bottom. So if you have it on a glass counter, a wood desk, or something like that, it's not going to scratch it up. But even though this is a small stand, since it has weight on the very bottom here, and even though this model is pretty heavy, it cradles in here quite well. So it's, you know, you shake it, this thing ain't going to go anywhere. So the stand quality is very well for this model. I guess if I'm going to nitpick, what I would like to see is maybe the stand be underneath the fuselage here, so the stand would be almost camouflaged. But they did this for a reason, I guess. Other than that, I'm just nitpicking. So the stand quality is pretty good. I like it. It works for this model very well. Now, as far as an overall quality, overall score for this, the Heavy Raptor I gave a 9. And I'm probably going to give this between an 8 and 9 also, because of the, how it was put together. Details are very minimal on this model, but the paint job makes it outstanding. I think they did an excellent job on the paint job. And all the subtle details like the paneling lines here. Got some panel lines here. Got some up front. You got the typical Cylon, I guess you would call like a window type thing here. Even though when I first saw these, I thought at least one Cylon would be inside the cockpit, and actually these are Cylon drones. So I didn't learn that until I actually got the model, to be totally honest, guys. So these are pretty cool for being drones. Anyway, guys, hope you guys like this review. If you guys like to see me add any more information to these reviews, please let me know. But overall, I'm a big fan of these Battlestar Galactica models from Eaglemoss. They've done a very, very nice job on their models, especially when it comes to Battlestar Galactica. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe button so you can keep up to date on our latest videos. Until next time, guys, have a good one.